Similar to Dust 2, can play off spawns, don't even have to do strategies if you don't want to, you can run around as a pack of wolves, finding kills. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the third and final map. Who will come out on top and reach the semi-finals? Team Liquid, or the plucky Hellraisers, who have seemed to have a resurgence after the second map. Bondic especially, lighting the scoreboard ablaze. And we'll see what kind of buy we have to bring to the table here. Naf, he's got the clock armor combo. Actually, he's got the Molotov. He's going to be deploying that towards the forklift. They're going for the A commitment here. It's Issa to defend. The flashbangs are decent. Angel has to reposition. Can he find the first frag? Certainly can. It's on the front and help out.
Two separate angles for him to watch out for. That elevation cost him dearly, but Hellraisers, although they have conceded the bomb, they have the player advantage. They still have a kit and a flash, albeit in a very weakened Bondic hands. He only has 2 HP left. Nafly instantly alleviating some of the pressure, but it's been stacked back on again as Nitro's done a lot of damage to Dead Fox. Picks up the frag. It's now looking good for not just Nitro, but Liquid too. And there comes the final kill of the pistol. Starting off Cash, starting off this third map with a vengeance.
Brilliant stuff there from Nitro. Remember, couldn't get a single gun round in the second half of Dust 2. That's going to put their best foot forward here on Cash. North American teams historically, especially Majors, have always been very good on this particular one, but there's been a lot of heartbreak as well when it comes down to overtimes and games that have been quote-unquote thrown with big leads. And Nitro and co are certainly aware of the prospect of a throw. This is the sort of team that can crumble at times.
Henry, we actually have a deco. It's been a while.
A full deco. So Desert Eagles across the board. No armor, no nades. Just going for those one taps. It's a map that lends itself to it. It's got plenty of range if you play it correctly. Don't need the armor necessarily. You're going for one shot headshots here. And these players on Hellraiser are certainly capable of delivering them.
It's very much a dry purchase so from Hellraisers. No utility to supplement these kills. Angel doesn't need utility. He's got aim on his side. Elige gets destroyed, dismantled through an A main. The Molotov is going to keep the CTs on the truck side of the site, which allows Liquid to charge in with their SMGs and AKs. Will be following. There's nothing that Mr. can do about it, or instead he's got himself one kill. He's at least put it in the realm of possibility. Now Bondic's going to get destroyed by Nafly on the side. A 4K in the round for him. Solid work in the end by Liquid, although it did look a bit shaky.
They managed to get the 2-0 on the T side, Vince. That's all they care about. That's all they went for. It works out, and they'll be up against the full eco here. 3-0 pretty much locked in. There's Zeus behind them. One of the most decorated coaches we have in the entirety of CSGO. 2 majors under his belt. With the SK boys, now known as MIBR. They're already in the semi-finals. Can Zeus make it there as well? We'll see the CZs come out. The benefit of not force buying completing that second round. With the pistols and a little bit on the third as well. You can see significant damage towards Naf of a CZ headshot, but the kills coming in thick and fast now. And it's looking like quite the comfortable round for Team Liquid. It's a T-sided map. One of the only, I would say, we really have in the pool that's considered a T-sided. Cash. Let's see if you can convert these kills. Brilliant spray control there. You could see how hard he had to work to make sure those kills were hits. Taco, okay. Seems to know. Someone's on the other side of the door. Didn't even knock. Takes him down. And it's just Dead Fox now. Stone in the connector. And now with 0 health. Good stuff from Liquid. Didn't give too much away in the last few rounds. They have got a bit of a bonus round prospect coming up, Vince, meaning there's 2 SMGs here. Not the most run and gun style. SMGs, the UMPs aren't as effective against the unarmored heads. Stay with the Mac 10. It can move very fast and be thrown into bomb sites and run and gun and jump around as well. But the UMP still has its place in these particular rounds. And we'll see who's going to be suffering without the helmets here. Hellraiser now with Bondic with no helmets, and Voxic, full glass cannon AWP, meaning he's very vulnerable. And I'd assume Team Liquid are going for an A-sided attack here. 2 players connected at the very start. Needs to push off any aggression. Nafly takes down Voxic. Remember, he had no armor there. He shouldn't really be challenging those really tight choke points like that. As soon as one better touches him, it's what we call aim punch. It means his crossover fly up in the air. But Dead Fox, that's audacious as well, taking a lot of damage down to 40. Going for the Hail Mary play here. This is absolutely chaotic. And it will be Naf to find the second kill for Team Liquid here. Hellraiser is starting to fall apart a little bit at the seams there. Dead Fox with low HP just wanted one kill, then hopefully falls back to the side, but that was ambitious.
I can understand trying to take control of the situation, but that was insanity. Both players dead on B. The round isn't quite over just yet, but you can see the Hellraiser is already stacked in spawn. Bomb's not even planted, it's going over to A site. So their intentions have been made clear. It's going to be a save. It will be Liquid on a 4-0 lead, as they force their way now onto A, realizing that it's open, completely available for a free plant. There's a lot of equipment value though for Hellraisers. Understandable they'd go for the save, but that is going to be an issue because Voxic now probably won't get another AWP for quite some time.
Yes. And
all we've really seen from him so far is to go for a peek and get destroyed. I think it was Nafly, right, from Toxic Barrels, just wrecked him without any sweat at all.
Yeah, if you don't have armor, especially if an AWP, that first shot, if you take a second and AK bullets coming your direction, you really can't do anything about it. You should primarily be holding a very passive angle, and you don't have that armor. But obviously, these AWPers want to go for it. They can hit these shots if required, and you can see it wasn't an amazing headshot from Naf. He sprays in his general direction, and even a couple of bullets against no armor is going to take them down, regardless of the location of the shots. Naf feeling confident now, 4-0. Hellraisers don't really save much at all from the previous round. Have to be CZs across the board once again as they home in on maximum loss bonus. 3 CZs, a Desert Eagle for Voxic, and Bondic with the P250. Angel spends a little bit more cash with the armor. Normally the ones that work out, the ones you least suspect. That CZ still.
There it is.
There it is, yeah, absolutely. You don't really preempt rushing towards the door with CZ. You're sure, you're prepared and held up for it, but all of a sudden it starts to fall apart. It's exactly what I was building up, Vince. I'm glad it transpired in this way, because if you blink, you'll miss it sometimes. The CZ and Deagle combo can be very deadly and difficult to hold up.
And to make matters worse, Issa has the AK in his hands. He's got Kevlar behind it. Hellraisers, this could be a badge to grab onto, and they're going to do it in style. Not only do they win the round, they do so without losing a single player and pick up 4 AKs for themselves. That is a huge boost to their economy.
Well, that is fantastic from Hellraisers. Like I said, all of a sudden it falls apart. Taco arguably could have been more defensive there at the start of the round, knowing it was pistols, but great play from Hellraisers. Can't take anything away from here. Nice boost, good little push as well towards Squeaky Door, and then aggressive play with the AK-47 that was retrieved from the fallen terrorists. Naf with plenty of cash. He seems to be AWPing more than Nitro in the last few rounds. He'll use that good spot and head towards middle. Does beat the smoke, but no one there to receive his shots. Flashbangs towards middle from the CTs. They try and reclaim territory here. They've lost the division, but Dead Fox will remove Elise, but it's back and forth we go. Twists equals things to a 4.
It's a bit of a quiet best of 3, but if he starts to wake up, Liquid could be in trouble. Headshot delivered first class. Taco trying to be a nuisance, play interference for the rest of his team to make a move through mid and B. The bomb is actually dropped down in a pretty awkward position on mid, but Nafly is going to alleviate some of that pressure. 2 kills in the matter of a millisecond for Hellraiser. And the tables turn quickly. Issa gets his second of the round. Excellent work.
4-2. Hellraisers break the finances of Liquid. It was looking like a very one-sided affair, but all of a sudden, Liquid are broke. It's Issa landing some fantastic headshots with that saved AK. Angel with the wallbang, of course. And here we go, finishing things off. The star player looking sharp once again. We'll get into round 7 here. Remember, it was Twist that significantly dropped off on Dust 2. Didn't really say his name at all. He'll be now with the CZ and helmet combo. Surprising. He invests that much cash, but still has $3,100 residual, so that's fine. Dead Fox now ready and waiting for the approach towards people. Voxic might beat him to the punch. So stuck in the corner, though. Needs to be very careful against these pitfalls. Just the fact he missed a shot there. And now he's under Dead Fox. He's having a lot of fun with the M4A4 right now. He will go down eventually. This is not necessarily winnable, especially with the wallbang being successful there for the CTs, but Twist certainly capable of getting a couple more kills.
And just keeping Hellraiser's accountant honest, because he's doing quite a bit of damage and it could get a lot worse. Bonding on the receiving end of the M4A shots. The only reason he's still alive, it wasn't the AK. And speaking of the AK, there is Issa again. However, those 2 lost weapons, and it's going to start to feel a bit of a sting for Hellraisers if they concede this round.
3 in a row, though. Liquid no orb this time. It was looking like they were going to run away with this half, but the Hellraisers certainly put their foot down now. Round 8 coming in, the third and final map. We've got a hell of a game view after this one as well. FaZe versus Astralis.
That's the main course,
match of the day. Yes, that really is. This has been the English breakfast. I think you coming in kind of for the UK absence. And yes, we definitely got the main course coming up next. Now, it's up, incendiary towards the box to flush anyone out on the other side. No one there to receive, but still lots of information and map control gathered by Hellraisers. You can see them firing off. The smokes are down. Taco takes a little bit of damage. He's in towards that squeaky door. Doesn't offer any in return. Dead Fox in a nice little angle here to protect the boost position.
Oh, Lee's jumping. Raw reaction's going to cost him his life. At least Nafly's there to return the favour. However, he has been tanked down significantly. He's going to have to use that smoke to extinguish the Molotovs. Vital utility. And he's going to get spammed up through the smoke too. They knew he was on the left-hand side from the CT's perspective. Insta gets smoked out too. He needs to help. And he has a player just behind him. So we'll get the upper hand. Angel with one, but that's all that he will get out of this round. 2 post-plant scenario and make it all on Voxic. We know this guy can stand and bang with the AWP, but he's deciding to go for the M4 instead. Definitely just saw the head of Nitro as he was on the other side of the box. It's all about that second player though. Voxic has no idea. Really trying to draw out some fire, see if he can get some information from sound cues.
We almost got the kill there, Vince. It's coming down to the wire now. Time ticking away. Voxic don't have the kit, but no time to work with here. Great attempt. Kept it expensive, but it will be Liquid extending the lead 5-3 now, as Twists will survive. The only player to do so. He takes the AWP into round number 9 here. There's still tons of cash for the CTs. They can even bring out a double AWP setup if they want to. They have been doing that quite consistently. It's normally Dead Fox and Voxic, of course, who will be wielding that particular setup, but it doesn't look like it'll be brought out just yet. Sticking with the M4s here as they adjust thereby. It's a UMP for NAF, so money not exactly amazing there, even after winning the previous round. They have to make some compromises still. Smokes towards the B entrance, and Bondic now to defend with the M4. Molotov towards Checkers. Angel actually playing aggressively in the B storage area. Won't have anything to challenge just yet because Twist has fall back. Voxic in the squeaky door of an AWP. Now that's an audacious angle, but he can fall back with the door open. Probably wants to shut it behind him indeed, and falls back towards the A site.
Yeah, it's important that he had Issa there to help him out. Watching A main. Otherwise, he could have got caught on the cross. Nitro does have an AWP in his hands, though. It has been back and forth between himself and Nafly. He had very sketchy, sporadic dust too, but ended strong with the AWP, was landing some nice flicks. Mr. and Lee on forklift, can he get any kills? Yes, he can. One, and a whole bunch of damage to Nafly. And that could put some foundations down for Hellraisers to build off, but those foundations are crumbling somewhat. Bondic is at least going to counteract with a Molotov, but Bondic walks out into the open just for Nitro to pluck out. Another 2-on-2 retake.
Yeah, it's looking difficult as well. Angel and Dead Fox segregated from the bomb side by the really efficient smokes thrown by Team. This is out of another AWP shot here, but Alige looks clinical with the AK-47. The lineup comes in, but Dead Fox can't convert it. We go 6-3, and money starting to dwindle now for the Hellraisers. Liquid with a firm lead, and maybe this is the first tactical timeout from Hellraisers now. Need to consider their option. I don't think they can really justify the buy here. Nitro looking very good with those few shots missed. The one just before that, that's still 3 kills in the round. Looking much better with the AWP itself. So, Eagles, P250s, not really much to report here for Hellraisers. No armor, no defuse kits, no nades, more importantly. So should be 7-3 in Team Liquid. Bit of a rough spell in the mid stages, but now they've stabilized. Rack up money after this round. The money's not great right now, but they get presumably 32.50 for winning this one. If the bomb goes off, it's 3,500. as the Molotovs are deployed. Even against these sort of rounds where you know you're up against just default pistols, Vince, you want to be making sure you use the Molotovs, you use the smokes. Sure, it might seem like a waste of money, but you'll feel even worse if you go down to a CZ at close range just because you didn't flush it out and you face check it instead.
Absolutely, especially considering 3 of their players are under $1,000. They can't afford to lose weapons.
Exactly. So you can see them being very efficient here, using all those grenades, making sure nothing is given away.
Oh, twist through the smoke. Perforating Angel. Bondic, last man standing, but only 24 health separates him, and indeed Hellraisers from a 7-3 deficit, and that has came up. Hellraisers will have a bye. What's also worrying for me, Henry, is that these rounds were off the back, of course, of that very poor buy that Hellraisers had, the pistols by and large. So other than that, it's been pretty smooth sailing for Liquid. That slight blip on the radar of 3 consecutive rounds has now been completely neutered.
It really has. The tactical timeout now, the first used by Hellraisers. Tournament life on the line. After Dust 2, they seemed like they were up for it. They were ready to go into the third. There's another high fragging affair on Cash. They've had some great gun rounds so far, but after going 4-0 down in the opening sectors of the first half, they get 3 and now lost 3. Money starting to get to a more comfortable position, but still not ideal. Dead Fox contemplating the second AWP once again. He's got $5,000. Doesn't look like he'll go for it. Sticks on the M4A4. Top fraggers so far. Nafly 15-7 after 10 rounds. And the top 4 Hellraisers, Dead Fox and Bondic both on 8 kills. There we have it, Naf with another amazing performance.
Nice smoke from Voxic allows him to go for the peak and also extinguish any Molotov. He has struggled with being too aggressive after the first pick, though. So it's good to see him just back away, hold the angle again. Doesn't need to chase the kills. He's put his team in a good position. Fly's going to get double peaked, and he's going to get 1 in a second. Oh, there was also some team damage done from Angel onto Issa.
Oh my god.
Not for the first time in this best of 3, Hellraisers their own worst enemies. And now Voxic and Dead Fox in a position to just save on the B side of the map.
They have to now, unless Voxic does something absolutely magical at this point in the AWP. They've got almost no chance of winning this round. It's a decent plant for Team Liquid. And it's all down to Naf once again. Now set on 17 kills as Alige hit a wondrous shot towards the CT truck and was all done. After losing Nitro initially, you thought the Hellraisers had this one in the bag. It was Voxic that opened things up with that AWP shot towards B, but that was just a cue to get away from him. He is the danger man of Hellraisers, and if you can get to the other side of the map quickly and leave him to his own devices towards B, why not? Get stuck in towards that A side. Now Fly catches 2 of them pushing, and at that point, it was all done. Hellraisers now homing in on maximum loss bonus. This will be the 4th. They do save 2 players. So you see Voxic and Dead Fox the N4. They've got $3,000 between them to save and to drop for the next round. I think they'll force this, if I'm honest. They desperately need some rounds on the board now. But time will tell.
This was the moment when Nafly got himself a double. Had that gone the other way, the round very much, well, very well, I should say, could have gone back in favour of Hellraisers, but as it stands, they're on the brink of a very poor buy. Voxic and Dead Fox have a couple of CZs alongside them, some armors purchased too. Liquid. This is very reminiscent of how the first map started, Henry. A great T-half on Mirage. And back into it, they're always much behind. Fox is going to get 1, but one of the 2 weapons they had in play has gone with him. Voxic with the other one has 4 angry terrorists to contend with.
Voxic really does have limited options here. He'll be holding the AWP towards B storage. The bomb is down in a compromised position. That's why they dropped that smoke. It could have got a bit awkward there with being available in the mid-warehouse, but they smoke it effectively, not giving anything away there. That could have been a costly mistake if he was waiting with the bomb. But Voxic now has to hold on to the AWP as it makes its way towards A. The bomb will be planted momentarily. It's a guaranteed round for Team Liquid. Alige spamming some bullets off towards CT spawn, and Voxic is actually still moving, trying to find the safest possible position here. Bomb finally planted in the most open position they can find.
I think the thing
They're
is
just hunting him, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. There's 35 seconds left, so Liquid don't need to go for the plant. What they do need to do is get that AWP away from Voxic in the next round. They may even be able to buy another one, but this is going to mean he's going to have a lack of utility. He's going to be hamstrung elsewhere. So you can understand the plays, but now they decide, screw it, let's just go for the plant. Voxic should be able to save this, although it does seem like Nafly is making a move towards him. But Liquid will take a 6-round lead in the all-important third map of this quarterfinals at the Major. It's looking like it may be a bridge too far for Hellraisers. Voxic is about to get tested. Flying colors is going to go away, pushing his ankles right now, and he's going to get taken down by Twists. Again, he can go for another AWP, but they'd have loved to have kept that alive a little bit longer.
He could have dropped significantly in future rounds, but they're still on about 5k per player. It's not the end of the world. He can certainly buy. He's got 6,300, but yes, that would have been absolutely brilliant if he could stay alive. Nice work from Liquid there. We pointed out, it looked like they're having a bit of fun planting the bomb, but they're considering where would he be? Where's he going to be hiding? Let's give ourselves enough time to hunt him down, and it works out. So you can't argue with that at all. They lose a player in response, but it's round number 13, Vince. The amount of cash that is built up for Liquid, they're good to go for the rest of this half now. Swiss, even after a reinvestment of grenades, 5 digits. Lee's not far off it, so they are absolutely fine in that department. But Hellraisers, they're really not in the fragging game, because although Angel, I was about to say, has a lot of frags, it's the same issue that got me before. Angel's currently sat on 5 and 9. Dead Fox of 8. No one breaking double digits yet on the Hellraiser's side. It's Naf with 19, Alige with 10, who are really flying the flag high for Team Liquid here.
Naf has been phenomenal so far on Cash.
He really has.
19 kills already, and there's still a few rounds to go. Voxic being toyed with 2 separate angles. You can see he really wants to get this kill. He's desperate to leave some impact, to leave a mark on this round. But will that get him killed, as it has a couple of rounds prior? Dead Fox perched up into the vents, waiting to get that green light to go aggressive. Liquid taking their sweet time, but they are all bundled over on B. No one pins from that. It's going to be Hell breaking loose with grenades. They're going to line up for Dead Fox. He's going to get 2, nearly got a 3rd. Nafly's been severely wrecked down to 41. Molotov could force Nitro out of position. He doesn't have to move off the site though. This is going to be another very tough retake.
It really is. They have not got a kit, Vince. 3 M4s though, Angel coming towards the vents. It's up to Twist now. Actually like this position from him. No one's going to be checking this. He's looking for headshots, and he's certainly capable of delivering. Incendiary in towards his position makes things a little bit more uncomfortable now. The retake begins. Who's going to come out on top? So far so good for Naf. It is traded out, but there's Twist and Nitro striking at the exact same time. The trifecta of doom set up on the B bomb site there, and every facet of the bomb site completely under control by Team Liquid. That's a huge round for them to pick up, just as money was stabilizing for Hellraisers there, and Twist gets it done, spinning around on the bomb side there, closes things out. Really great stuff there in the retake, as Hellraisers now have to buy Vince. They need these last couple of rounds, reminiscent of what we saw in Mirage. Very similar situation.
And to be fair on Mirage, they did mount a comeback when they were on the T side, so
yes.
I'm hoping for more of that from a neutral's perspective, but yeah, it has been a bit of a whimper of a performance here on Castle. A couple of notches. Hellraisers can't really keep the pace up, and it's mainly down to this man on your screen. Well, the one prior, Nafly. Twists definitely did plenty on Mirage. Alige has been a consistent Hellraisers. That Molotov is going to force them out into the open, but be careful what you wish for. Dead Fox is going to pounce with a kill of his own. He's been performing pretty damn good with this M4. Famas also going to chime in for a frag, and Voxic's able to scamper away to safety. And that's going to give Liquid pause for thought. Not too much nades left though for Hellraisers, with over a minute to play with. No smokes, no Molotovs.
Much better from Hellraisers. Great start here. 2 of the key names for Liquid going down. But there's one important name that's still alive. That's Naf. currently on 20 kills, looking to find a couple more here. 5 versus 3. Hellraiser's not probing for any more information. It's holding up in the crossfires. That's the correct thing to do. A split coming in very shortly. Door main entrance and twists coming in with that AK-47. Molotov deployed. Flashbangs now as well. Smoke towards short, but it's going to be Angel running around by the little things now. Twist has got a lot of work to do in the 1 versus 5. We'll see what he can find, but not much at all. It will be the 4th round on the board there for Hellraisers. We're going to round number 15. Liquid have plenty of cash, but I'd say Hellraisers need this to stand a chance in that second half, because we know, although they are very good on their T sides, you need a buffer to be able to at least afford a pistol loss here. If you go down 11-4, lose a pistol, that's pretty much a death sentence.
It certainly is. With this round plus the pistol, though, game would be well and truly back on, and Hellraisers will know it.
Yeah, especially on that T side. Like we said, Hellraisers are normally very good on their T side, and it's a T-sided map. Angel and co just missed the run boost towards the Shroud position, so they've had to readjust. And they were going for the boost from that red box over towards the corner there, but it didn't work out for them. They fumbled it, and now will compromise setup. Angel on top of the bomb site.
It could be significant too, Henry. They haven't used that position yet.
Yeah, you want to use it like once a half.
Yeah.
Like, it's commonly overlooked and a position that can yield a lot of kills. Molotov towards the vents just to push any CTs back. Smoke now for Angel as he actually repositions, and it's going to cost them a smoke, but they are going to boost up there once again.
There's the boost. Still plenty of nades across the board. Liege tossing the smoke over towards highway, trying to block the vision, as you can see now. It's looking like a set play. It's going to keep some of the CTs interested, but Bondic goes out once again and salvages a glimmer of hope into the round and finishing that 7-5 with a kill. Dead Fox lurking around the shadows, but Nitro eviscerates him. Also getting himself in the thick of it. They're going to line up for Voxic, and he sprays them down. The bomb's also sprawled out just below him. The worst case scenario has become a reality, as Taco has to clutch a 1 and 2 with 20 seconds left. His position is compromised. Voxic is playing street time, waiting for Issa to get on the scene, but he's not required. Voxic will do it alone. 10-5.
Voxic a lot quieter in that half. That's only his 11th kill with a 3K at the very end. Couldn't get going at the AWP, but he does find them the last round there. 10-5, definitely still possible here in the packed Wembley Arena. The crowd have been fantastic so far. We've still got the main event coming up as well. FaZe versus Astralis after this game, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you don't miss out on this one. But for now, Liquid 10, Hellraisers 5. And we'll have a look at the buys coming forward. They are going to be purchasing the P250s, maybe a couple of them, we'll see. Molotovs will be coming out as well, the smokes, as the coach from Hellraisers there trying to rile up the troops, get them ready to go. Angel still believes, they know on their T-side, they get this pistol, they still have a fighting chance there. It's all up in the air. Liquid struggle to close out games, and we'll see one of the Hellraisers can put their best foot forward here in the opening round of the second half, and will be looking likely to be an A-sided attack, but that all can change, and it's actually an A retake setup from Liquid. No one on the A side at all, just twist way back in the CT truck. That leads towards short, almost allowing them to have a bomb site control if the smoke comes in.
Nitro waiting, pull the pin, and throw on a flashbang, not required. Did get plenty of information though, and they've heard the vents popping. It's a safety net for the B site. As soon as you hear both vents pop, you know the B site's about to get rocked. And Nafly's going to do his best to stand tall and deliver some headshots. Nafly are going to be landing all the headshots. Nafly with 3 in a row. And Hellraisers will not be getting the second pistol. Phenomenal performance by Nafly, continues to shine.
Completely shuts them down there, Vince. Really impressed with his performance so far. He is looking like he's in championship form at this stage. Oh my goodness, he's just so crisp and calm. Naf just continues to find kills left, right and center. 23 kills, 11 deaths, and Hellraisers now with no bomb plant down. They don't force buy even on their T side second round. That's just an interesting note there. So no armor. Once again, it's a full deco. Deagles across the board, taking a bit of cash. hoping to get the bomb down here, and then maybe buy early once more. We'll see whether that comes true.
Some negligible damage distributed to Bondic. Picking shrapnel out of his shins. Angel has been laid to rest. Twits the executioner. Liquid in prime position now to move through to the semi-finals. We spoke about how important the second pistol was. Hellraisers could pull a rabbit out the hat right now. It would do them the world of good, but Twist is not allowing it. Single-handedly picked up these opening 2 kills. Voxic's also very low. Hellraisers surely with no hope in this round at the very least. And Liege, that's a perfectly timed flashbang. And the curtain is coming down. Dead Fox, though, is going to keep it away for a little bit longer.
One kill, Vince, but gonna need a few more of those. Bondic will find the FAMAS at least, but he quickly finds a bullet in the head as well. It's wanted to go down. That was not the force buy, remember. They would have liked to get the bomb plant ideally with the investment of the Deagles, but 13-5 is looking very likely at this point. I don't see any other way about it. They can't really justify much investment here either. And they will be looking likely to be the full eco. Bondic and co starting to lose faith. They're going to need something fantastic coming out in the first gun round here. A really convincing round required going forward just to kind of get their heads back in the game. But right now, Team Liquid looking like they may have booked themselves a place in the semi-finals. Shots exchanged towards the B storage area there. Issa investing with the CZ. Angel with a little bit of utility here. And Dead Fox with the Desert Eagle. 3 players towards the squeaky door. They'll flash through. Them all coming. They've actually flashed themselves. Twist will have players blinded for the name. 3 kills to his name. That leaves with a 4. And it's another clean sweep for Liquid there. Their money begins to swell. They're in touching distance now of the semi-finals. Hellraisers with all to play for. No mistakes can be made at this point. We said that T side is good, but can it be fantastic?
Anything less would not be good enough, Henry. Voxic has a decision to make. $5,450. Could afford the AWP. It does mean no Kevlar, and he decides against it. Full AKs in play for Hellraisers. It could suggest a fast play is imminent. A set play maybe onto A site. They're already scampering into A main and Squeaky respectively. Lining up the smokes to try and blot out the car position. There is a counteractive smoke deployed by Team Liquid just to stop that initial charge. Also getting into position, they've got 3 players strong on A. The script to know what's coming up, and then there's going to be a push through. Wow. Issa had a flashback out. The timing could not be worse for Hellraisers, and now they're just all pushing out one by one and being chopped to pieces.
Nitro's done an amazing job there. He jumps through the squeaky door with an MP9. He upgrades to the AK-47. He becomes a walking turret at that point. They run in towards him. He hits every single shot, and it leaves us with a 4 versus 1. Angel surely has nothing to say about this situation. 14 rounds has got to be guaranteed at this point. Nitro taking the game by the horns. Angel will get 1. But can he get anything more? I doubt it. Failed Molotov designed to go in towards the main entrance there. 45 seconds, has got the bomb, and looking likely to commit towards the A site as he edges closer. It's going to take something remarkable. A Nitro finds his 4th frag. That was the bonus round of Team Liquid there, Vince. After winning the pistol and successfully converting to a 3-0, they go for an aggressive push with their residual SMGs, the FAMASs. They want to go for a quick round. It's textbook really, but look at this play from Nitro. The 360 to take down the first, gets the AK and starts decimating his opponents in front of him. Absolutely fantastic from Nitro as he takes full control. 2 more rounds will do it.
Such a sick counter strat too.
Yes, exactly. That's what the bonus rounds are so good at. If you can surprise them just when they get into their default, they're expecting a nice slow process and no challenges. You throw it in there like that, that really does ruffle some feathers, because then all of a sudden you're really scared and tentative. You might use more utility going forward just to make sure that doesn't happen. It can rattle your opponents with those sort of aggressive plays, especially one as successful as that.
It's Twist's turn to get boosted up onto A in the shroud spot. It doesn't bode well for Hellraisers. They do have 4 smokes to play with and a couple of flashbangs. Gonna have to be pixel perfect plays. They're going for the cross smokes in mid. An idea to completely neutralize any vision that the CTs have over the mid vents. But Unleash comes in with the first kill. And the pressure mounts once again. If Liquid wins, they'd have 10 match points. And it's looking more and more likely as every second goes by. Twist with 2. Nitro with 2 of his own. Liquid flawless. Hellraiser's struggling.
15-5. One more will do it for Liquid. It's hard to imagine a world where Hellraisers would get 10 clean rounds in a row now, Vince, and then win the overtime. This is the 3rd and final map if you're just joining us. Mirage was difficult for Hellraisers to digest. Dust 2 was brilliant. A return to form. Fantastic scenes. But Cash, they seem to have fallen flat once again. Nothing working out for them. The second half, they haven't picked up a single round. They're 5-0 down. And now one more mistake will cost them the tournament. Coach trying to rile them up the best he can. Of course, a tactical timeout deployed at this point. But what have they even got? Does Voxic have the AWP? He's contemplating buying it. Had enough cash for it. Up to the AK instead. 10 in a row. Dead Fox will be buying in the last few seconds here. Brings out the AK. Liquid. Surely. Close it out here.
The way they've been playing on the CT side, you certainly would think so. I think even Hellraisers may feel like they've been defeated in that fly. Twisting the knife in the side. Fast A main push. Yields the kill into Angel. His woes continue. Only 9 kills so far on Cash for him. It's on 8. These are the players that you're wanting to see at the forefront of these pushes. Having no impact, and again, they're going to go for the boost. Cheeky stuff by Liquid, but because they've got the first pick, they know if Hellraisers push out on A main, there's going to be one angle that they can have a blind spot. If they don't check boost, it's all over.
Here we go. The crowd can feel we're coming to the absolute crescendo now. Liquid need 4 more kills, and that will be enough. A lot of people are saying they can go on and win the whole thing. This has been a strong performance with a little blimp in the middle, but for now, they can finish on a high. At least great position to find the frag, but Issa beats him to the punch. Good boost here from Nitro, an uncommon spot. 35 seconds, it looks like it has to be the B split here. Nitro and Taco, they close it all out. And here we go, the final push from Hellraisers now.
30 seconds left, they're gonna have to get entries in very quickly. Nades are being deployed to counteract the push. And it's gonna be Nitro first of all. Can Taco hold the line? Can he stay this execution on to B? The answer, a resounding no. And Hellraisers, they will live to fight another day. Twists 1 on 4. The guy is an absolute monster. His standards, this surely switched too far. Does get the first, but it's a great cost to his health. Down to 19. Make it 0. 9 more match points for Liquid.
Amazing. Hellraisers now start their very, very long and arduous journey towards overtime. Nice B split coming in here. There was this up, managed to take down Elise initially. That was the start of the victory. And you can see doing a great job there, working effectively. They're not giving up just yet. Plenty of cash, of course, of Team Liquid as they look to finish things off once again. They've got 1 more buy still in the bank, even if they lose this one. So still difficult to imagine a world where Hellraisers can win this back. These are the rounds where you start losing your flair a little bit if you are on the winning side, because sure, you might have a huge buff here, but then you start playing, okay, let's not give anything away. No one do anything stupid. Let's just hold up. And at that point, Hellraiser can start using that passive as Angel will take down the boosted player. That's Nitro trying to get up, or boost his teammate up, and then down he goes. And early 5 on 4 now for Hellraisers.
Looking to fight aggression with aggression, though, in mid. Decides better of it, does Elise. Retreating to the A site, joining Nafly and Twists. Taco does have a very forward position, though. He's currently in Sunroom. This could be an issue. If Hellraisers decide to go for another B split, that could be the main man. eyes are deceiving me. He's in checkers. Not Sunroom. Regardless, Voxic has got himself an entry onto a site. Nap line. Last line of defense, but now Alesia's put himself in amongst the pigeons as he gets himself two. Can he go one better? If he does, then Taco can start to make a move from Car. They line up for Alej, nearly gets the double, and now Taco's came in. A gust of wind is gathering. Liquid getting pushed along the finish line potentially from Taco. Voxic is playing this perfectly though. Ebbing around the side of Voxic will keep Hellraisers alive.
It seemed like that could be the moment once again, but Taco can't do it in the 2 versus 1. Liquid now give up 2. Haven't got to the point of danger just yet as they have one more buy available, but slowly but surely, Hellraisers are making the scoreline more convincing once again. Hellraisers, of course, with the full buy here. And more mistakes can be made. Vox with a good spawn towards B, presumably will challenge. Taco will go for the AWP at the very last moment. Gives that to Nitro. It's a bit of a fumble in spawn area, so no one's actually be there to receive this first shot. Slow to come in and block the vision of Voxic. Does he fire the shot? Of course he does. Now no damage inflicted, and luckily no rush from Hellraisers because Team Liquid just weren't ready for it.
Gonna draw out as many of those grenades as possible. Still a fair amount though at Liquid's disposal. Hellraisers waiting, hoping one of Liquid get a bit too antsy and go for a peek and twist. He's too disciplined to make that mistake. He is on A alone for the time being. It's a heavy stack on the B side. Alej, Nitro, and Taco all here in close proximity. Nade starting to thunder through on mid. Molly's down to sandbags. Cording off as many angles as possible. As Hellraisers look to try and stamp their authority over on the A side of the map now. An important trade goes against Liquid. Alej needed to land that. Those are the kills he was getting earlier in this best of 3. 30 seconds. Time is scarce. But so are Liquid. They're down to just Nitro and Taco. Their funds will be beginning to deplete too.
Yes,
Taco
absolutely.
has been doing so much work on this A site in 1v2, 1v3s, but this time he just can't get anything to stick.
Liquid, an amazing first half, and closing out games really is two different worlds sometimes. They are still going to have an AWP going to the next round. The looks of things here for Hellraisers, just pull them apart limb by limb there and manage to split towards the A site. Nitro can't do much about this whatsoever. The money is finally broken as Nitro looks to save the AWP. Nice shot, takes down Dead Fox, but he's got players coming all around him. Voxic doesn't need to take the AWP out of his hands necessarily, but they've still got cash, and their money's actually not as strong as it as I thought. You need to be a little bit careful. What a shot that is! Oh my God, Voxic, this kid is fast. Unbelievable. Jumping up, trying to get a bit of intel there, and gets his head blown off. Here's Dead Fox opening things up here. Just kill by kill, you can see they're all individual interactions. Liquid certainly playing a very scared mentality right now. This is the shot that caught my eye. Goodbye. Nitro removed from the equation. Brilliant stuff. Has to be the eco now for Liquid. Surely this doesn't go overtime, Vince. Come on.
Crazy things have happened, Henry.
They have. This has been the Faceit overtime major.
It has, yeah.
So maybe it could happen. I don't want to say it definitely won't, but it shouldn't have done. It was 15-5. I think a long way to go still.
I think we can all agree that Liquid are going to start to sweat if Hellraisers hit 10 rounds. Again, it's that double-digit mark. Liquid will start to feel them breathing down their necks.
We've actually had 35 overtimes in this major so far, Vince. Have you ever heard anything like it?
That's pretty nuts.
I'm sure we've got a couple more to be added as well to the tally as the tournament continues.
Snack on A. Shouldn't yield too much. If Angel sees more than one player, I think it's going to stand to reason that Hellraisers may just push B. They know Liquid's economy's in the bin at this stage.
But we did say before, there's something about these sort of rounds that seems to find success. Now, saying that, there doesn't look to be anything that particularly interesting being presented by Team Liquid right now. They've got Deagles, PD50s, but no armor, and just that one flashbang. It would take something unspeakable to occur for Liquid to pull this one off. Someone would have to get like a double Deagle headshot coming in, a CZ rush. When all the chaos is going on, it's for all to fall apart. If they had armor and a few grenades, maybe there'd be a stronger chance, but Hellraiser should have full control here.
This is where you want to see the Molotovs being tossed into the likes of Checkers to get rid of Taco's position.
Yeah, we spoke about that before. Even against the Bullies, you want to be using those grenades. And that's why they can get a kill here. They're throwing this away. Taco helps himself to 2 frags. Where's the utility usage? And here we go. Liquid can close things out now. 3 versus 2. Due to the fact they did not use any of their grenades, Vince. This could be a disastrous finish for Hellraisers.
The worst possible end to the match if it goes the distance now. 13 seconds left. Bondic need to get it done. The CTs know it. 6 seconds. Box dead, and Liquid have done it in one of the worst buys in his best of 3. What a collapse by Hellraisers.
That's just not good enough from them towards the end. They had